T Starnay. This piece is called Pens Up. This is for all the year 11 students currently doing their GCSEs in whatever subject and whatever school you are in. Pens up. 60 minutes, 50 marks, that's a mark a minute. The buzzing conversations that I hear on the day-to-day, the anxious faces that I spread my blessings on, kids that have worked their arse off all year round to feel the pressure build up, morning of exam time, can't even compose themselves to put on all their blessings on. 60 minutes, 50 marks, that's a mark a minute. The painful to see the pressure of it all, the work from the teachers means nothing and yet everything. Pre-warm up to the test, the paper unseen to all, and the revision guides that have been left unattended, unopened, or never even bought. Those teachers that see it all, bringing in bananas to the canteen for the kids who skip breakfast, or even worse, had no option of breakfast in the morning, because what is breakfast to a kid with family issues up against the wall? 60 minutes, 50 marks, that's a mark a minute. The man them in the canteen grab each other to pray for the Most High to walk with them during the exam times, feeling the worries and suppressing it with prayers. I want to tell the man them that the Most High's been walking with them on the days they haven't been praying. There's no need to sweat. He doesn't work like that. Switch him on in the needed of times, but he keeps them switched on in the most crucial of times. They will do good to remember that. I look away and go back to marking in my form. When I ask a kid how's it going and their face says it all, yes, it went well, miss. Or those that simply say it how it is, miss, it went fucking shit. And I frown at their language but respect their truths anywho. Then they go off to their next exam, giving each other last minute pointers and reminders to breathe, smile, they've got this, or with each other. 60 minutes, 50 marks, that's a mark a minute. Looking up at the clock during the exam is your best and worst enemy. It's ticking, yet the 60-minute paper determines what you've been doing for the past 5 years in school. I mean, what the heck? I mean, I'm all for the content to be learned, but against a formula that tests and marks a favour to a mark scheme that's a one-size-fits-all. They have been creative in their answer, but Edexcel doesn't award them a mark because of incorrect terminology. Sometimes when I mark a paper following grade descriptions, I give that student a person-to-person apology, and I apologise that until they leave this institution, the only way is the exam board way, and I really give them my time for the kids that want to better themselves in other ways than getting graded at all. Rap Club, room 317, the year 7s love it. 60 minutes, 50 marks, that's a mark a minute. The rules to play the game finally hits home for many 1 week before the exam. Study leave isn't granted. At the same time, the argument kicks off at home with the fam. Studying all night into the night while some are fasting for Ramadan, preserving their energies for times to break their fast. Before the next day in tutor, they look on those who getting their energy in their breakfast. Flash cars getting flashed between my eyes, flashing, sparking of energy to make it less darker. Green pens, red pens, miss, have you got a coloured marker? The frantic panic and gatherings and forms. Some of these kids are also burning track and training down in Brighton to make trials of football. Sixth form seems a mile away and some want it to be out. Half term allows many to take a seat and have a chat and talk it all about. Half term for many is a home full of disengaged family members that haven't asked them at all how their exams have gone because they couldn't give a toss or they have hardly remembered. Dreams being clung onto, grades 7, 8 and 9 seem a little too far-fetched for even for the brightest of sparks. They doubt their ability, and when I say you're going to grab the top score, they laugh and say, "Miss man, you're going too far." But I tell my kids, whichever ones I see, to hold on to the top score. They are better than yesterday when they simply are 10% braver and give 10% more. See, 60 minutes, 50 marks, that's a mark a minute. This is to all those next generations that I pass in the corridors daily, nodding in respect when they see me like, "Yes, miss, what's good?" The ones who joke asking me when my freestyle's going to make it mad on Gram Daily. This is for the kids who just need to know they are being prayed for. The pressure is no joke, and it's hard to tell a student not to worry when the anxiety is at hand. Sweaty palms in their antidote. They turn off their phones and switch on their growth mindsets, remembering what Miss and Sir said in class that time. Sweating teens breathing out, whipping sweat off their brows. To the kids whose parents didn't wish them good luck today, here's my blessings. And just know that you're great. Here's my 2p, hoping it will amount to some change. Here's my prayers when you're close to breaking down on that page. You're nearly at the end of it all now. I empathise with them, reminding them only 10 years ago I was fully riding out on that age. Because whatever happens after these 60 minutes, 50 marks, that's a mark a minute papers, are just a way to conform in the given way we educate. But you're a student forever. And every minute you are breathing, you are making 50 marks of excellence. That's a mark a minute of being simply yourself and a better you. And to be able to guide and support you through the toughest educational times, I had to slap these thoughts into a rhyme. You got a #1 fan in front of you. That's great. So 60 minutes, 50 marks, that's a mark a minute. Breathe out for those last 10 and keep that head feeling positive to the finish. I speak these words into the purest of wishes that turn into positive energy for all those that fill exam rooms up for the next 60 minutes. And pens down.